the party master on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.
It's officially the start of your weekend. Good morning to you and welcome to Up and Go, right here on The Bridge, 99 FM. To the world. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope you're all doing good. We got some good things in store for you. Some wonderful interviews. Do you know that there are only 57 days left in this year, 2021? Yep. Today is the first Friday in the month of November, and there are 57 days remaining in this year. So we are really getting closer to Christmas and to the end of the year. Morning to my team in the building, and good morning to all of the listeners here in Jamaica and around the world. Keep it locked on 99.1, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, and 0.9 on the FM band. And continue to stream with us at www.thebridge99fm.com. I'm actually wearing a different pair of headsets this morning, as mine broke yesterday. Stuff happens, you know. Do I sound different? Richie looks as if he's saying, "No, Richie, seriously, how would your headset affect the way your voice sounds?" Yeah, but I developed a certain degree of confidence with the one that I've been using, my preference, and this morning I'm actually using a different one. Nonetheless, we say good morning. What day is it? It's a Friday! And we are on Up and Go. Let's get it started right now. Right now, on the bridge, it's 15 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock, and time now for headlines across the bridge. Steps by government to pass legislation to indemnify the state for imposing and collecting excessive traffic fines since 2006 were a flawed approach to resolve the issue and will not stand up to legal scrutiny, says attorney-at-law Gavin Goff. Stung by a lawsuit that, if successful, could see the authorities paying out billions of dollars, the government has called a sitting of the lower house today to debate a bill that is seeking to validate state actors who carried out duties that apparently did not have the backing of the law. Further, an injunction granted by a Supreme Court judge on Wednesday blocking the police from issuing traffic tickets in excess of fines up to 2006 rates could put a massive dent in the government's projected collection of some $225 million in road traffic fines this fiscal year. In an unusual departure from both tradition and the standing orders, the House of Representatives will today sit to debate the Road Traffic Amendment Validation and Indemnity Act of 2021. And continuing with our headlines, locally, Member of Parliament MP for Manchester Northwestern Michael Phillips is calling for more investment in the public healthcare infrastructure in rural areas and for the Health Ministry to deliver on its promise to deliver universal health care for Jamaicans. Delivering his State of the Constituency presentation in the House of Representatives, Phillips said constituencies such as his are in dire need of more health facilities. He pointed to the deep rural community of Comfort Hall at the foothills of the Cockpit Country. They have no healthcare facility. Comfort Hall residents must go to either Balaclava in St. Elizabeth, Mile Gully, or even as far as Mandeville, he told the House. Phillips said that as MP, he has begun the process of building a Type 2 healthcare center in Comfort Hall, but has been hampered by the lack of funding. I have approached state agencies for assistance in completing the project. Only the National Health Fund has provided a favorable response so far, but we're not giving up, as it has taken 3 years to reach to this point, the MP stressed. And let's go further afield now, and we see where Antigua and Barbuda that is, are making big strides at their pavilion at Expo 2020 in Dubai, attracting some 100,000 visitors in the first month. The Twin Island paradise of Antigua and Barbuda is on display at Expo 2020 in Dubai, organized under the theme of Connecting Minds, Creating the Future. Antigua and Barbuda's pavilion, placed in the mobility section of the expo, exhibits the exceptional strides the Caribbean country has made in its socio-economic growth over the years. Rich in history and culture, Antigua and Barbuda's pavilion is divided into spaces where visitors can experience the country's best-kept hidden treasures, ranging from its vibrant handicrafts to its history to its wide array of cultural foods and clothes and sports. The pavilion has crossed a milestone of visitors within just 1 month and becomes one of the most visited pavilions since Expo 2020 Dubai opened its doors on October 1, 2021. And Indonesia is also on the headlines. Indonesia's environment minister has dismissed as inappropriate and unfair a global plan to end deforestation by 2030, days after her country, home to a third of the world's rainforests, joined 127 other nations in making the deforestation pledge. The agreement at the COP26 climate talks was at odds with Indonesia's development plans, and the global goals should be fine-tuned, said Minister Siti Surbaya Bakar, who attended the summit in Glasgow. Forcing Indonesia to reach zero deforestation in 2030 is clearly inappropriate and unfair, she said on Twitter. The massive development of President Jokowi's era must not stop in the name of carbon emissions or in the name of deforestation, she said, referring to the Indonesian leader Joko Widodo by his nickname. Her comments so soon after the pledge underlined the challenges ahead over global deforestation goals, with just 3 countries, Indonesia, Brazil, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, collectively accounting for 85% of the world's forests. Those are our headlines across the bridge. When was the last time you heard a Duffy story? Here's one. No, I'm not. I don't want anybody to get scared or anything like that. But last night, it says someone, may I walk in my district, and I see a man over an abandoned house. And I stop and tell him, brother, the house haunted, you know. Hear what happened after that? The man look on the other one and say, yo, me live over there for 250 years and me never noticed nothing strange yet. You ever hear the song when him quarry was a boy to I man last night? Him couldn't find. Oh gosh. I would not like to have had that experience at all. But I'm going to give you a Johnny one now. And this is, Johnny's quite famous. A teacher asks her class, what do you want to do when you grow up? So little Johnny's sitting there in the middle of the classroom and he says, Miss, I want to be a billionaire. I want to go to the most expensive clubs. I want to take my girlfriend with me, give her a Ferrari worth over $1 million. You know, miss, I want to have an apartment in Hawaii, a mansion in Paris. Miss, I want to take a jet to travel through Europe and have an infinite Visa card and all of that to make my girlfriend happy on this trip. TJ is quite awestruck and she says, well, she didn't want to give too much credence or pay too much attention to what Johnny said. So she turned to another student in the class whose name is Susie. And she says, and you, Susie? And Susie says, Miss, I just want to be Johnny's girlfriend. OMG. The things that our teachers have to go through in school, man. We have a guest at this time, ladies and gentlemen. He's a Lieutenant Colonel, retired, and he's General Manager at JN Properties. I want to be talking to Lieutenant Colonel Retired Garfield Prendergast, primarily about the National Poppy Appeal and the Jamaica Legion Veteran of Veterans fundraising concert. Good morning, Lieutenant Colonel. Welcome to the program. How are you today?
Thank you very much. Good morning to you and your listeners. All right. All is well.
Glad to hear that, Lieutenant Colonel. Let me ask you then, what is the National Poppy Appeal and what is its significance?
Okay, it is a significant item on the military calendar each year. And it all started with the events of World War I and the significant loss of life that took place during that conflict. At the end of that conflict, there was an effort to introduce something to remember those that gave up their lives during the process of that conflict. And the use of the poppy, everybody, I think, is aware of the red poppies that come out at this time each year. It was made popular by a World War I poem called In Flanders Fields. Now, that poem basically brought to mind the blood red poppies that grow in abundance on the battlefields of World War I in Belgium and France, and also in the graveyards scattered across the European area. So that has grown into being this symbol of remembrance for those that gave their lives in the conflict.
Okay.
And in other military service areas
as well. Thank you for that information. So what really happens then during the National Poppy Appeal? What goes on?
The appeal basically is run by the Jamaica Legion. It was established in 1949 as a vehicle for attending and caring for military veterans who may have fallen on hard times or indigent. So it's a fundraising effort that starts the first Sunday in October and goes through to Remembrance Day on the 11th of November. Now, although that is the set period where poppies are worn, the fundraising activities continue year-round. And for this year's celebrations, the flagship activity basically is what they'll call the Veterans for Veterans fundraising concert. That's scheduled for Saturday the 13th of November at 7:30 p.m. And they have a whole host of well-recognizable entertainers. The concert will be featuring people like Bounty Killer, Agent Sasko, Tessan Chin, Taurus Riley, Dean Fraser, Jermaine Edwards, and more.
Okay.
It's set to be a very good concert, and I'm encouraging all to go on air and see it. It's going to be aired live online, whether on the Jamaica Legion Poppy Appeal pages on social media, RETV, TVJ, you name it. A lot more detail is posted on the various social media platforms, and I'd encourage people to go look, view it, and of course donate, contribute to the Poppy Appeal this year.
Fantastic. We here have been supporting it by airing the advertisements and so on as well. And we're quite excited about that concert. Quite a lineup. How much did you have personally to do with the lineup yourself, Lieutenant Colonel?
No, I'm just in it. The thing is, I'm representing the Jamaica National Group at this point, and we're proud sponsors for the event. We contribute each year, but this year, the concert that has been put together is going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it.
I really like the diversity in the artists that they have put together, and we're looking forward to it ourselves. We're reminding all of our listeners as well to support this. So, in addition to the concert, which is it a case where persons during the concert can pledge and stuff like that?
I'm not sure if it's going to be set up to be doing pledges, but the social media pages have details of how contributions can be made.
Okay.
And it's, all are encouraged to participate.
Most definitely. But we're accustomed through the years to purchase poppies from different persons. Does that still go on as far as you know?
That is still going on, yes. And will continue up until the 11th of November. That is Remembrance Day, and that's normally the last day when the poppies are actually worn. All right? But many locations will have the poppies, and the public is urged to contribute so that the Legion can meet their targets for this year.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge, is there any other way that persons can make contributions?
Well, on the social media pages, they'll have the banking information for people to make direct deposits to the appeal accounts. And that is another method instead of going only to the contributions made when you're collecting your poppies.
Yes.
So they've made it as easy as possible And it's a very worthy cause, and I'm really encouraging the Jamaican public to come on board this year.
For your own part, at JN Properties, this was a shoo-in. It wasn't a difficult decision to support such an effort, is it?
Not at all, not at all. It's an annual thing. Jamaica National is involved each year, and this year it's ramped up a bit, I believe, with this concert.
All right, and do you see yourself supporting it well into the future?
It is a worthy cause. We'll be here.
All right. Lieutenant Colonel, I thank you for the information you shared, and congratulations on sponsoring such a worthy and worthwhile event. And I hope it will go very, very well this year. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, our pleasure. So Hypro Ace Super Center is hosting their big event entitled Tools Fest, which started on November 3 and goes until November 8. And we understand that customers can receive up to 15% off all tools store-wide. They can also look forward to getting up to 60% off clearance items. Wow, that sounds exciting. And we understand, too, that with every tool purchased, customers will receive a free gift. To tell us more about it, we're joined at this time by Miss Denise Johnson, who's the marketing officer at Hypro. Good morning, Miss Johnson. Welcome to Up and Go. How are you?
I'm great, Richie. And how are you?
I'm doing well myself. Thank you for joining us, Denise. Big things happening at Hypro Ace Super Center.
Huge things, Richie. But I want to correct you first,
yes.
Right? It's actually November 3rd, which is Wednesday, until tomorrow, which is the 6th of November.
All right. So tomorrow is really the final day for this particular promotion, right?
Exactly. So we need people to get excited and to come out, right?
Thank
because
you.
that's our big day.
All right. So
exactly.
it's Tools Fest, right?
It's Tools Fest. And tools are one of the 17 different departments we have at Hypro Ace Super Center. And this is something we want to do to celebrate tools and celebrate our customers who love tools. You know, you'll see them in the aisles, gently stroking the merchandise. And, you know, this is not our first event, and it's always been great. And because tools are so relevant to everyone, from the contractor, the project manager, the carpenter, to a housewife who's into her DIYs. Mm-hmm. You know? So this is when we have them come out, learn about the tools, see, you know, what is new and cutting edge as far as, you know, our top brands. We merchandise DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, Still, Craftsman, Echo. We have all of the top brands.
Mm-hmm. So what tools outside of the brands now, specifically what kinds of tools are we talking about?
Well, let's first break it down. We have hand and power tools.
Okay.
Right? There's where you have it. So for a hand tool, something as simple as a hammer, a wrench, a level, those kind of things. And then you get into the power tools, which is the really exciting. And that's when you have everything that can chop, everything that can saw, anything that can grind, right? The planers, the hammer drills. And then, of course, you know, with the technology, you have those really exciting references like the M12 series or the M18 coming from Milwaukee. And it's all really exciting. Mm-hmm. You know, circle saws, and they're really big and pretty and beautiful, you know, and pack a lot of power.
Yes, I know that for sure. So customers who pop in, even today and tomorrow on the closing of this particular promotion, when they're buying tools, what will they get?
Well, first of all, if you are not super familiar with the tool you're interested in, mm-hmm. we're going to be conducting demonstrations.
Okay.
If you are familiar but want to get more familiar, you can get hands-on with the tools tomorrow. Right? We will have demonstrations and to just show you the power behind the individual tools. Right? We'll also have competitions, giveaways, and that's outside of sales. That's outside of anyone even making a purchase. Mm-hmm. So what happens now is say you do decide to make a purchase, guess what? You get to access the tool, 15% off, and then you also get a free gift to go with that.
That's
it's
fantastic,
a great
Denise.
offer.
15% off, and you didn't stop there. In addition to that, they also get a free gift?
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
And I mean, and these aren't some dibby gifts. These are like, the rechargeable batteries. Some come with like a small drill, right? I mean, it's a really, really fantastic set of packages, price packages.
For those persons who are unable to come into the store itself tomorrow, though, or today for that matter, how can they participate?
Well, for everyone, we want everyone that loves tools the way we do to have access to this event. So guess what? It's actually available on our website, hyproace.com. There on the landing page, you'll see Tool Fest. It's the very first landing page. You just click on the landing page and it will take you directly to our tools page. Right? Now there, you can, check out the tools, check out the description, see what, meets your fancy, and you'll get the 15% off with purchase there. You'll get your free gifts there. And once you make your purchase, we also offer free 7-day delivery island-wide. So if you are in Hanover, Westmoreland, St. James, St. Elizabeth, cannot make it to this event, don't worry, we can make it to you.
I'm getting a lot of really, really good news from you. Just to remind our listeners, where are you located and what are your opening hours during this promotion?
The Hypro A Super Center is located in White Mile, St. Catherine. So that's roughly 2 to 3 minutes after the turn to the North Coast Highway. All right, so you're coming down Mandela, you pass the turn to the North Coast Highway, and just 2 to 3 minutes later, we are the turn on your left-hand side. All right?
You can't miss it.
You can't. Huge blue building, red trim and so on, massive sign. You cannot miss us. All right? And we'll have our, feather banners waving. You're gonna see the festivities. You're gonna see the excitement.
Yes, go ahead.
Especially with the extension on curfew and so on, we are now open until 5 on Saturdays.
Okay, all right. And you have a lot of parking, so parking won't be an issue. As many of you as want to participate can, in fact, go there and you'll be well taken care of. Imagine that, getting your tools at 15% off, and in addition to that, receiving a free gift. If you can't make it to the store, you can still make your purchases online. This is fantastic stuff. I don't want to sound greedy or anything like that, but kind of playing devil's advocate, Denise. Do you also have a Christmas sale coming up?
Oh, Richie, that's naughty.
Doing it for my listeners, yes.
What we have is our pre-Christmas sale. No, I'm gonna give it a first bus. I'll give it a first bus.
Okay, please do. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, we do have our pre-Christmas sale coming up at the same time as we have Home Fest coming up.
What's that? What's that one?
Home Fest.
Okay.
I did say Home Fest.
Oh,
yes.
Home
You'll find out more
Fest.
about that soon.
Wow.
Yes.
Home Fest. All right.
So Home Fest at the same time as our pre-Christmas sale, and then closer to Christmas, because you have the last minute shoppers.
Right.
You know them.
I know.
And they know themselves. Yes. So closer to that time, we'll have what is our customer appreciation, and that is a whole other sale in itself. And some other fun activities.
That's going to be on one specific day, or also over a few days?
Over a few days.
Okay.
Over a few days for both events.
Well, there's obviously there's a whole lot to look forward to between now and the end of the year at Hypro A Super Center. But I'd suggest that you do not wait, because these are tools that are in great demand, and you want to be the first to touch them, to feel them, to see the demonstrations, and to purchase them. And you're getting a 15% off plus a free gift. Come on, people. They're open today for business, and they're also culminating the sale tomorrow, and right up until 5 o'clock. I wish you well with it, Denise. I know it's going to do well, and we'll talk. We'll continue to talk throughout the season. All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Richie.
Been our pleasure. Thank you. Hypro Ace Super Center hosting their Tools Fest, and that is distinct from their Home Fest, which is to come between now and the end of the year, and all kinds of Christmas sale and so on. But right now, get there tomorrow, get there today, and you definitely will be in for some great discounts and all of that. So do it. Big ups again to the management and staff of Hypro Ace Super Center. All right, I think we have him now, Mr. Michael Reid. But before I speak with him, I want you to get a background of this young man. He was on the brink of disaster when he openly aired his frustration and contemplation to take even illegal action to have a better life. Well, many on social media heard his cry. It came to the attention of thousands of persons here in Jamaica and around the world, and many decided to offer him some help and some assistance and to get him on a positive path towards a successful life. I suspect that is exactly what is happening for Michael Reid right now. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you today, sir?
I'm giving God thanks tonight. Happy feeling to be here.
All right, really, really happy to have you as well, Michael, who we understand that you're also called the Cornerstone Boss.
Definitely.
What can you tell us about that? How did that come about?
From I was a young child growing up, persons normally tell me that I am going to be the head cornerstone for my family because of the way how they treated me. So from a longer time, I had the name Cornerstone Boss. As they always say, the stone the builder refused, on the head cornerstone. So that's where the name came about.
That makes a lot of sense to me, Michael. Trust me. Now, let's go back to, shall we say, where it started. What pushed you to record and share that video that you did on that fateful day? And how long ago was that video actually shared, by the way?
That video was about a month ago, a month and 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. What was going through your mind? What was happening to you and your life at that time?
Honestly, my life was going down a deadly path. I was on the verge of just giving up, not physically, but every other alley. I was just thinking about a different life right there because I was trying to get work, couldn't get any work. I have bills to pay and can't pay my bills, and I'm just getting really frustrated. And I'm thinking, what should I do? What can I do? So, I just expressed how I was feeling at the moment and the thoughts that I had to see if I could get some help or something. Well, honestly, all I actually asked for was prayer. Because, in everything I have to put God in it. So yes. Even though I think we do the wrong thing, I still I think so, God could clean the situation around. So I just ask for some prayer. And yeah, man, it has been a wonderful feeling since then.
You spoke passionately, and people could feel that you were the pain that you were going through at the time, and that I think is what helped so many people to empathize and to even offer assistance. But Michael, what was life like for you before you had actually posted that video?
Life was rough. Well, it's still rough, but most better now. Well, back then still, we never really have no work. Isn't it like? You still hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, man. Go ahead, yes?
Yes. So, back then I never really have any work and I have to be like from one place to the other. Every time I go to get a job, they are like, Michael, have no CXC, have no subject who can hire you. And when I do get a job, it is a job. Like, somebody would have said, come wash my car for me, I didn't look thing. So, it never really a work out. And me, the person, when I realize I have big nobody nothing every day. I'm telling them, just give me some money and go buy some chicken or real. But nobody never really believed that was my intention because based on how them see me, them say, oh, and boy, they're a bad boy one. And you see me, so then just look for me a certain way and just think a different thing may I really support when in truth and in the fact, the only thing we did need is just the start to just live a better life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So at that time, you had no money and maybe you had bills to pay and things were just not working out for you.
Yes, man, I had rent to pay, I have light bill and anything. Then I realized I got to money and I tell her I have no money because friends and businesses have nothing in common.
Mm-hmm.
May I have friends, yes, but when you come on to business at a whole different level. So I always try to push to get my bills and pay and everything, isn't it?
Did you have any run-ins with the law up to that point at all? And
no,
none at all?
No, I'm telling you. Once I turned 18, before 18, I was always in the child care facility. I was in Medcalf and all those places. But when I turned 18 years old, I had a clean police record. and I promised myself and the superintendent that I would keep it that way. So I always try to stay out of the trouble, always running from it, because many opportunities would have come to me for me to do the wrong things, and I turned them down. I'm saying I don't want to go back to that life because I know what it is like there, and the fact that I would have been given a second chance to have a clean police record, I'm going to keep that record clean and keep also my hands clean. So I never had any running since then with the law.
And I want to applaud you and commend you and encourage you to keep it that way, Michael. But those kinds of circumstances, would you say those are the kinds of circumstances that would allow some young persons to maybe choose the wrong path?
Definitely, because I have many friends out there who are saying, Michael, we want a chance, brother. Because honestly, sometimes we don't want to do the wrong thing. But there is no help coming to us, and the only way out is to rob somebody or just take somebody's things. Because sometimes out there and rob some people, and honestly, we feel that way about it. But if we come to them and we beg them, they're not going to give it. So we just take it from them. Even me myself can testify. Sometimes I street, I miss the approach and I say, my general, I can't beg you $50. And they will cost me and go on the most way. So I see them again, I just rob them. Most time, the only thing I want the money to do, I buy something to eat.
Just to buy some food.
Just to buy something to eat. I'm beg you, deal with me away. I just get angry. I say, all right, then if I can't get it the good day, I get it the bad day. I just rob you, go buy some food and make us say, yeah, I buy more amount of food than I didn't even want to. So, like, for instance, I rob somebody else today, just for saying, I get all $5,000. Because I buy up rice and flour and mackerel and everything. I know, say, all next 2 weeks again, you know, I back a road because I rob and get the money when me want to do what me want to do. Because food me want, as long as me have food, me all right. You see me? And when the food, once again, I can't get no work, I rob somebody else.
Wow.
You see me? So
but
it was kind of a 9 to 5 for most of us.
Downward spiral. But I want you personally, in your own voice, to discourage that kind of approach, even by those who are less fortunate. So say it to them yourself, Michael.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it is not a good part to chat because you have to put a whole heap of things in consideration. You can die because sometimes you go there for a person, you can never tell that person may be a live firearm holder. If you tell him shoot you and you're dead, so it is a risky road to chat, honestly. And I would want not even my worst enemy to chat that road.
All right, thank you. And sometimes even although you might have taken $5,000 from that individual, who knows? Maybe that person is in a worse off position than yourself, although they actually have that $5,000 in hand. So these are things to be borne in mind. But having put the video out, what did you expect the kind of positive responses that you started getting?
Honestly, no. I never even think that would even happen. I was even dreaming about that. Because as I said, all I asked was a little prayer. And person started to reach out to me and I'm like, God, is this for real? I couldn't believe it. Not everything will always give God thanks. I always have to put God thanks.
How has your life changed since that video, Michael Reid?
So since that video would have went out, I would have gotten help from Northern Caribbean University. They gave me a part-time scholarship. I've also gotten help from University of the Caribbean or the Caribbean. They gave me a full-time scholarship of 3 years to do an associate degree. I am now a poultry farmer. I have chicken raising, so I have chicken raising now, and I'm going back to school. So it's just a wonderful feeling, honestly. My mind is at a better place. Everything is just on a better path right about now.
Your life has really turned around, hasn't it?
Definitely.
I want to commend all of those institutions and individuals who have actually helped Michael to be on a better path in his life. We congratulate them as well. And how are your studies coming along, Mike?
Yes, man, they are coming along, man. The studies are coming along because I have person who assists me where I am down. Because, I wasn't so well in school, but now that I'm getting the help to go back, I'm taking it full step.
Mm-hmm. What course are you pursuing?
I'm doing an associate degree in logistics and supply chain management at UCC. And at NTU, I'm doing a small business management course.
Is school fun? Are you enjoying it?
Of course, yes, man. Yes, man, because this is what I want to do. It comes under business. Anything to do with business, that's what I want to do. So, yes, man. Once you have a passion to it, definitely. It's a good fun to you.
Speaking to you this morning now, the 5th of November, what are some of your goals in life, Mike?
I want to be a philanthropist. I want to be a great father. I want to be a motivation, not only to the young, but to the old, to everybody. You see me? I just want to stay up on the right path and I do the right thing. But overall, the biggest goal, I just live a right life. You see me? No one caught up back in there, no wrongdoings. I just want to stay up on the right path.
All right. And the chicken farm is going well?
Yes, my chicken farm, it a go on, but I have some little issues. Is in because let me tell you what happened. Some persons who have reached out to me via MoneyGram or Western Union, they would have sent the money there, but due to the whole scamming thing going on in Jamaica, it kind of give me issues. Over 2 months now, I go down there, I can't collect any money. To one point, Monday evening, I come in and about 6 I'm chicken them there because I never have as much foul feeding. I'm go down there to collect the money, and I can't get no money, so I have little issues there, so but I must have put everything to God and say, God, if you allow it, I saw it going. So that's a little issue I have right about now. I can't get to collect no money because I wanted to put in some more chicken for the whole Christmas season.
Yes.
And over 2 months now, I can't collect any money down there. So that's an issue I'm having. But once I put everything in God, and I hope to see everything work out for the day.
I actually saw your post on your IG page, and I was really concerned myself. So it's like they have a block on your name that you can't access the monies that exactly. Well-wishers have sent to you. Is that the problem?
Exactly. Yes, over 2 months now, they asked me for a receipt to show, and I would have sent them a receipt and everything, and they're still giving me issues. So I don't know what else to do there. I went in and I explained to them that, hey, this is it. Every money I am getting, it is to buy chicken and buy chicken feed. They say, all right, then I should send an email to them. I send that email to them. I text them with proof so that this is it. And it's still giving me problems, so I don't know what else to do. So, you know what I have to be doing now? My landlord also raised chicken. Sometimes when I'm done and feeding, she would let me feed until I get back money. I say, all right, I give her back to her feeding. Because I can't really allow chicken in for the day. Because they come from far.
Exactly. No, this requires some intervention, to be honest with you. And you didn't say which company it was, but I certainly would love to be able to make a call on your behalf and see whether or not this matter can be straightened out. Because really, for you to have come this far, we don't want to have those obstacles coming in your way at all. So we'll see what we can do. And good luck and stay positive any way you take it, Mike.
Definitely. I have to. It's my only choice right about now.
Yeah,
I can't look back based on how I have seen my life now. There's no turning back. I know that this journey won't be an easy one, but with the help of God and my well-wishers, definitely everything will work out.
I see you on your IG page sporting a T-shirt. Interestingly, it's entitled the words "Made for Greatness"
Yes,
are actually on the front of the T-shirt.
Yes, man. That T-shirt was gifted by Veronica. I know that's what she does. It's a business, so yeah, man. I have a promoter, man. I big up to her, see me, because that shirt says it all, Made for greatness, man. Isn't
Made
it?
for greatness. I've known her for years, but I didn't get a free T-shirt, but that's all right. You name Michael Reid. All right. In closing, Mike, Cornerstone Boss, what do you want to say to young men out there who are maybe experiencing a similar vibe like you were experiencing back then? Your parting shot, your closing words.
All right. So first, it starts with the mind. So if you are around a group of young persons who are not thinking about upliftment, the first you have to do is that you have to just decide, say, you know what, I know what I want. I'm going to just start link with some positive people. So you first have to change your mindset. So if all you're thinking about is living a wrong life, change your mindset first. Get some help from some positive people, persons who can encourage you, persons who would have known what it is like down there, persons who can say, yes, young man, this is the best way to go. So once you start linked with some positive people and you change your mindset, from there, everything will just start up on a different level. But as I say, you have to be willing, and in everything, you have to put God first. Mm-hmm. No matter what happens, you put God first and say, Father God, may I ask you, please, just lead me to do the right thing. So put God first, link with some positive people, and stay focused on the right path. God will do everything else for you.
Michael Reid, you are an inspiration. It was a pleasure talking with you. I wish you well. We have your digits. We'll make contact further on the other matter. Take care. Have a good day and enjoy the weekend.
Thank you very much, and same to you, my bro.
All right, take care, bro. It's now 17 and a half minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. What an inspirational story. And let's encourage him and others like him to take on that positive path and to stay right there. You get a chance to win US dollars and Jamaican dollars in this game we call the Secret Sound Game. Jackpot, which starts at $99 US and goes up each day when we don't have a winner by $99 Jamaican. It's only and exclusively on Bridge 99 FM. So, here is the new sound that you must identify. That's the sound. You think they heard it, right? Yeah, I think they should have heard that. Let's get our first call up in here. It's a new game. Let's see what comes up. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Who is calling?
I'm Kimberly in Kingston.
Kimberly in Kingston.
Yes.
All right, Kimberly. Are you at work yet?
I just got to work. I'm actually in the parking lot.
All right.
Waiting.
No problem. And you're going to give you get an opportunity. The first one in this new game. We had a winner yesterday. I would love to make you a winner today. And I'm sure that would make your day. So, you've heard the sound. You heard it clearly?
I did.
Did you want to hear it again?
Yes, please.
All right. Let me play it again for Kimberly so she can hear it one more time. What is that sound, Kimberly?
It's definitely a bird. That's what it's specific.
You think it's a bird?
Yes, I do think it's a bird.
And can you name the bird if you think it's a bird?
Oh gosh. Let's just go with a swallow.
A swallow? Hey, Kimberly, you know what is happening in the studio? I actually don't know what the sound is, and I have to be looking across the glass, and I'll get an indication if you're right or if you're wrong. Can I tell you something? The indication that I'm getting right now, did you say it's a bird and went on to say that it's a swallow?
I did.
Kimberly, that is not right.
All right, okay.
Oh, sorry. Have a good weekend, and thanks for playing the game. Take care. All right, bye-bye.
I will call back.
Most definitely. Anytime, Kimberly. Have a good day at work. All right, 23 now before the hour of 9 o'clock. It's a new game. People are out there listening, scratching their heads and trying to figure it out. What sound is this? You must be specific in your answer. So, let's find out what this caller thinks. Good morning. Welcome to the Secret Sound Game.
Good morning, Richie B.
Good morning. Sounds like Melvin.
Yeah, man, Melvin for St. Elizabeth. All that try hard and can't connect at all.
I know that, Melvin, and trust me, nobody wants you to win more than I do. But you have another opportunity right now. And so...
It sounds like small chicken them.
It sounds like some small chickens?
Yeah, the small chicken them.
You think this sound is like some the sound that you'd hear from some small chickens?
Yeah, man.
Melvin,
Yeah, man.
are you sticking with that answer, Melvin?
Yeah, man.
I'm looking across the glass to get the indication. Now I'm getting the response. Did you say small chickens?
Yeah, man, small chicken.
The indication has come in. You're not right. I'm so sorry, Melvin. You get a chance to try again on Monday. Take care. Have a good weekend. All right, bro?
Yeah, man.
Bless up every time. He's been trying real hard. Hasn't come up with the winning answers yet. But I'm sure that he'll continue to try like many others have and will. All right, that's all the time we have with you this morning inside of the Secret Sound Game. No winner today. Reminding you one final time that this is the sound that you must identify if you want to win. All right, what sound is that? A lot of artists, Jamaican artists, have been putting out posts and they're asking for support. In terms of their albums for the shortlist for the Grammys. Some of them are actually in a list that has been selected. We understand that about 120 albums were being put forward for the Reggae Grammy. Usually it's about 7 or so, 6 or 7, I think, that would normally make the cut. And we don't know who will make it as yet. We saw many artists. Some of the artists, the way they construct their press releases, they almost give the impression that they're already nominated when they're really just putting forward the album for nomination. But they go hard, and their PR peeps also put out these messages. But we see where people like Morgan Heritage and Gramps Morgan, Sean Paul is an album in the, that has been put forward live and living. I understand too that the festival song album for the festival song competition that is also up for consideration. Remember now, we're not talking about those that have made the final cut, meaning the last 5 or 6 or 7, whatever the number is going to be. It is just albums that are being put forward by the persons involved in those projects. Top Prize by Alkaline is one that we also saw being put forward. Itana with Pamoja are just some of the albums. Spice with 10. She has a release out too. Queen of the Dancehall Spice is urging eligible voters to consider her debut album 10 for Best Reggae Album. And the first round of voting at the 64th Annual Grammy Awards will actually end today. So if you can vote, if you're eligible to vote, then please make sure that you cast your vote before time runs out. And like I said, Spice is also promoting her possibilities. Coffee, of course, won the Grammy not long ago. 2 years ago it was, right? And before that, we had Rita Marley, who was nominated. That was in 1992 for We Must Carry On. Sister Carol was also nominated. We're talking about females who have actually been nominated. Sister Carol for Lyrically Potent in 1997. And Itana had a nomination in 2019 with Reggae Forever. The only female who has won the Reggae Grammy is Coffee. And let's see what happens this year. Will it be a female? Will it be a male? We don't even know. So Mr. Lex had some problems over there in Panama. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Mr. Lex was taken in by the Panamanian authorities after being held by immigration officials in Panama City. Fortunately, it was for no more than about 24 hours. The dancehall veteran confirmed via his Twitter account that he had been detained at the Tocumen International Airport in Panama City on Wednesday of this week and was not allowed to make a phone call or a chance to explain the issue. But according to Mr. Lex, he had a prior arrest in the Central American country in 1997, which is why he was detained. And he says, and I quote, "I've been in an immigration room at Tocumen since yesterday." That was what he put out on Wednesday. They detained me and are threatening to bar me because I got arrested in the U.S. in 1997 with no chance to explain, no phone call, cause for whatever reason they took my phone. They just have me here. That's what he said. He says, so me being arrested in 1997, he continued, in U.S. almost 30 years ago, even though the case was dropped against me, this is enough for them to bar me from this region? Nah, this can't right. That is what Mr. Lex put out. And so several persons, we understand, started tweeting and tagging Minister of Foreign Affairs, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith. And they were also tagging Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports, Honorable Olivia Babsy-Grange. And as it turned out, several hours later, Mr. Lex informed his fans that he was released after the Jamaican government officials contacted their counterparts in Panama. So he put out an update. He says, "Update, they're not going to bar me," which was all my concern. I wish I had tweeted you guys earlier. Thanks. All right, Mr. Lex, he has quite a good sense of humor, and we're happy that he's A-OK and out of that problem situation. So he can go on to do what he does best, which is perform. Get better can cook. Did you guys see Jay-Z making a whole lot of talk about all kinds of stuff? One of the things that he was asked is whether or not he's aware of the Versus platform, and also whether or not he would be willing to participate in a Versus battle. And he agreed that he would be willing to participate and that He's aware of the platform. And then the obvious question that followed was, would you be willing to go up against? And he was like, who? So they say, who do you think we're talking about? He says, Drake. And he says, well, I would have no problem going up against Drake in a versus battle. I'm sure that Swiss Beats and Timbaland are quite excited to hear that. And he also, though, Kanye West, that is, should we just call him Ye, as he's changed his name recently? He basically says, when asked whether or not, when they asked him, there's one other person, one other individual we'd love to know if you'd be willing to battle. And he says, who? They say, Jay-Z, Hov. He says, that's my boss right there. I would not go up against Jay-Z at all. But for Drake, he would be ready anytime. Question is, will we see Drake versus Ye anytime soon? He went on to talk some things about his marriage and or imminent divorce and so on, which are less important to me right now. But it would be interesting to see a Drake and a Kanye doing battle. Jah Vinci's in the building. It is not my singer, is our singer there. Jah Vinci, morning, sir.
World singer, blessings, my G.
Morning, Jah Vinci.
New
bless
York.
up, bless up.
The whole of the tri-state locking right now.
Yeah,
where you
man,
are.
definitely. Big up everybody checked in right now.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good in it. You don't know, bless, and you don't know, thankful, you see me?
This moment should have happened a while back, you know,
Yeah,
because
definitely,
but nothing before the right time.
Right, yes, sir.
So, what is the vibe? What's the mood like today? For Jah Vinci?
Everything's smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth.
just if it's just like the voice, it's very, very smooth. I can tell you that.
Definitely give thanks
When
to
did you realize that you had this talent, Jah Vinci?
Well, you know, say from a tender age, you know, growing up in Augustown and seeing a lot around me, you know, me always try to, sing about most of them. You see what I say? But, my time in Augustown was really going to church and them thing there. You get what I say? Mm-hmm. So I discover the talent, you don't know, going to the 7-day church in Augustown. That's when I really started like singing and start writing songs.
Yeah.
And people say, yeah, you're bad.
What is the very first song that you recorded? Can you recall?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A song I say, nah, stop search until I find brighter day and a peace of mind. Oh, mind. Every day I stand and say, please, oh Jah, just guide my way.
The early makings of a real star, moving on to the realms of superstar. You have great talent, brethren.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man.
A good range, solid in voice, and a career that is definitely on the up and up. Killaboo in New York. I think you want to ask Jah Vinci a question.
Jah Vinci, who would you say is your biggest influence musically?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was Sanchez growing up. Sanchez, you see me, I say you don't know Bob Marley also. You see me, but Sanchez now you don't know when me did move from Augustown, me did go standpipe. Mm-hmm. You see me, and that's how me really get the first chance to really go out there and make people hear me. And it was this stage show where him keep at this place called Sexylus. You see what I say? Yeah, man, I'm go up at the stage show and meet the G man, and from there, so the man, him nurture the talent. Me not gonna lie, the first time ever go in a professional studio. Mm-hmm. You see what I say? And then the stage show them start keep and it motivate me for go out there. So it was always Sanchez was my singer.
Yeah. And still is, I suspect, right?
Yeah, definitely, man.
So I can't help but to ask which Sanchez.
Question.
Yeah, which Sanchez is your favorite Sanchez? Or give me one Sanchez where you used to sing back in the days. Yeah. We used to sing back in the days and practice and prepare.
I fight tough right now still, but I tell you, it was always Sanchez.
Yeah. When did you actually meet Adija Palmer though, and how did that come about?
All right, say it was in 2008. So I say me used to, me I go through a rough patch them time there. You don't know, a young youth come up in the ghetto and not a whole heap of opportunity was there, you see me? So, me did always just say, a music is my thing and I hit my call, so I got pressure it. You get me? I say, me used to do little 2 and 2 work, because, youth band and them thing there, but, yeah, man, I started like going to studios out of Mario C. There, so around Beedman said we. You know, can't forget that. So I said, and that's so me record like my first professional song. The same non-stop search song we make a year. You see what I say? Yeah, man, and then, you know, started like doing the stage show them in the community and all of that. You see me? And one day one virgin just pull up at my gate and say, yo, Cartel here, boy, you need for far at the studio. I said, me? Oh! You see me? But you don't know, we pray about it and we believe in ourselves and know say that happen. So, you know, me just I say, boy, I wonder if this is the opportunity with me and wait for you. So, me,
and
say,
it was.
Yeah, man, it was actually.
How would you describe those years on the Gaza, even right up to your exit, so to speak?
It was great. It was really like the nurturing part where me know myself and know say youth are a star. You get to me and say, so we don't regret nothing about that. You see me I say, you don't know that was the day where we get the whole eye training and know say, yo, the road not easy, but we have to just do music.
Yeah.
Remember one time teacher looked at me and said, Jah Vinci, you have a one song hot, you know. A 10 woman that, you know, brother. So imagine if you have 10 more hot songs like that. Oh, you see me? But, you know, we pick out where I say from it, you know. You get to me, I say, it's not what, it wasn't just about the ladies and whatever. It was really just, you know, if you win a whole heap of fans with just one song, imagine you have a couple more and keep doing it, you see me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
You have a very distinctive sound. In other words, you're one of them singers, but nobody knows sound like you know the business.
From church, brother, man. From church, it come from, you know.
And that sets you apart, Jah Vinci. Then came connections with Not Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
And what a collaboration it has been, man.
Well,
Great works from.
Let me give a piece of history. Not Nice always said on him interview, so I say it on this one.
Okay.
Not Nice always tell the people them say enough people might not know, but me give him first #1 song. And it was actually Not Nice that gave me my first big world international song, and that was Watch Your Friends.
Watch Your Friends, yeah.
Yeah, man. I want to send the thing global after that. Yeah, man.
So the connection has still remained.
Yeah, man.
You're still doing works with Not Nice. What are you working on right now?
Right now, I work on a new EP. You see me? Last year, I dropped an EP. You see me? Called I Am the World Singer. You see me? And based on the love of that EP, because there was a song on the EP called Virgin. You understand? And based on how the people them react to that, you know, Not Nice decide say, yo, make we just do a new EP, and this one definitely for the ladies called Passion. So Passion EP, you don't know, the 17th. Yeah, man.
17th of this month? Oh, December.
December.
Okay, that's when it's going to drop.
Yeah,
and
man,
the big song Virgin is on it as well?
No, it's not on
Okay. That was huge for you.
That's a good idea still.
Yeah, come to think of it.
Yeah, man, that's a good idea, man.
Killer?
Yes. Now, Jah Vinci, I was on your social media and I saw that your daughter Zaza, she just celebrated her birthday.
Man, yesterday.
Happy birthday to her.
Definitely, you know? Big up Zaza.
Really. You are the biggest hug from the Bridge family and
definitely,
the family. What's it like seeing her sort of following in your footsteps at that early age?
It's a great, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. You get me? Because you know my mommy and daddy could sing too. You see me? But them never really take it up professionally. You see me? Maybe them just never love it as much as how. You see me? So you know, if you really do it and get me break in it, and then see my little daughter now, she love it like her daddy. Yeah, but it's a great feeling, man.
What are some of the goals that you've set yourself for yourself as an artist, Jah Vinci?
One definitely. I'm a weight. Image, you know, everything. Yeah, understand. That was one of the biggest goals I set. I say, you know, I've got to start work on this thing and all for cussing from management also. But a motivation for just do it and make sure it's everything, you know, and just to be out there more. You get me? I don't know, I just receive a Billboard plaque. You see me from half of the, man. You see me, King Midas album, that was a good look. Me have like 3 tracks on it. So I just whole heap of little things where when we did want to accomplish, me say happen now. You see me? So big up Not Nice, you see it?
In the building.
Smooth.
Have we heard have we heard the best of Jah Vinci as yet, or is the best still to come?
No, man, you see that passion that we have forward still. But I'm going to say the best of Jah Vinci, but forward with whole heap of trouble. Yeah, man.
What you want to say to your fans out there, Jah Vinci?
Just want to say, you don't know, keep motivating me, you see me? Because, you know, me as a man, we always follow up my social media and watch what the people them must say. You understand me? I say, I appreciate the comments. There's never a time I have to sit down and delete comment or say, I not like that, what a person I say. You get me? I say? Yeah, so, you know, me follow up the comment them and me show the people them love if I can comment on something else. You understand me? I say, drop a like on it. It's not hard. So, you don't know. Big up to all our fans them. We support the music. You don't know, as I say, passion and forward.
No. December
17th. Yeah,
Look
definitely.
out for that. What are your social media handles, quickly?
Yeah, just Real Jah Vinci, you know, for everything.
All
Real
right.
Jah Vinci.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to always singer this real talent, and we're happy to have had him in the program this morning. Up and go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Killaboo. We're on a break right now.
Yes, sir.
Gonna make it a local break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Richie B, the party master, on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.